satire writing, how to write funny. So, I learned all this from my reductress workshop that I did. Just a small group of us kind of learned what they do, and we had to do example writing. But I'm going to share a few things that I learned that I think relate to how we write content for marketing. So, tips for writing a good satire headline. A lot of satire headlines are like news articles, like local man, blah, blah, blah. And so including quotes is really funny to entice people to read on. You want to make them relatable and relevant. Like this one on the right, I think we've probably all seen Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, so we can laugh at the fact that Uncle Joe all of a sudden could walk again and goes to the chocolate factory. So we understand the context of this one. You want them to be efficient and economical, as in with the little space that you have, get to the point of the joke right away. There should be enticement to want to read the piece and not just like, but at the same time you should be able to share it on Instagram like this, for example. Just the headline is funny enough, you don't have to read any further. In that same vein, you want to keep it short, to the point, hit the game of the joke right away, and the game of the joke is essentially, it will just be more of a story to the punchline. And then you also want to be ethical. So in satire, people kind of bridge the line between, is this right to say? Is this, too soon? Is this gonna hurt somebody's feelings? So it's important to be ethical. And with that, the key is punching up versus punching down. So your joke should lift up, not bring people down. So it's important for your joke to punch up, meaning you should skew the oppressor and not the oppressed group. Like this guy on the right, this headline, man without racist bone, body diagnosed with severe brain racism, is making him the butt of the joke. If this was written a different way, it could be taken as, making light of people that have bad diagnoses or this or that. So it's important to punch up and skew the oppressor, not the group. And then we want to, again, be relevant and relatable. Don't write a headline or so obscure or niche people won't get the joke. Like if it's an inside joke, that's really not gonna get you any attention. I have two examples here. One is very relevant to the times, and the other one we've just all basically been asked to help a friend out, so we can relate to that. And then when it comes to actually writing the piece, I found a lot of these relating to how we just put content together in general. So you want to get the joke in the headline, but also put it in context by the first paragraph. You don't want to have people reading down a bunch of lines and then finally they're like, oh, there's the joke again. You also want to clarify the setting and characters quickly and getting to jokes as quickly as possible. Don't bore people right away, right out the gate. And you want to make sure that every element of your piece serves the original joke. So don't kind of go off tangent and lose sight of the initial headline and the goal of what you wanted to get across. Avoid stereotypes and cliches. Those are kind of obvious things that we've all been there, done that, made fun of it. So current events are good to go off of, the world we're living in now, things that are viral right now. Those are good things to write satire for. Use loaded language, but present it in a digestible format, use exclamation and be like, wow, that guy really blah, blah, blah. But you want it to be not shouting at people. You want it to still be a readable piece of content. And then end with a joke that boosts the essential joke. So just kind of your final punchline, like if you were doing a stand-up, you would start with one and then put the stamp on the end with your initial joke. A goal for this quarter for me is to get one published on any of these satire sites. So if you have any ideas for headlines, send them to me and I will submit them for approval.